What is going on, guys? Welcome back. More Madden 18 commentary. Do me a favor, take a moment, hit that like button, hit that subscribe button. Get me over 7,000. Please hit that subscribe button. Run over to Twitter. Give me a follow. My username is ShutdownSafety. And I also want you to follow a guy named Sherrod Allen, or at least thank him. He actually is a graphic designer for the Colts. You can follow him at ADRAREHS. He sent me a giant care package for the Colts season coming up, and I am super appreciative and thankful for having a connection like that from a channel like mine. Also, as always, leave your criticism in the comment section, and in fact, this video is based on some of that criticism, because on the Game Styles video, one of my viewers brought up a really interesting point. I wanted to make a video dedicated to it, as a matter of fact. The concept being, when is an option in the game, a game option, also a game feature? And I had to think about that for a little bit, but after I did, it really does make sense. So let's talk about a game option. A game option is simulation gameplay or arcade gameplay or competitive gameplay. Those are game options. A game feature would be, for example, physics-based tackling. That's not something you can go in and turn off. You are having that permanently added in the game to improve it. So the more I thought about this, I said, you know, this really is true. If you're going to have gameplay options, how can you really market them or feature them as improvements? Because in theory, you can just turn them all off, just like I discussed in the passing video. You can turn these things off. Wouldn't you ultimately be left with a lot more close to a version of Madden 17 than Madden 18, one would assume? And for that matter, why would you want something that you could turn off if you know that's one of the improvements they want you to play in the game? I mean, I'm all for that. I know if we trace the lineage of Madden improvements back to the passing cone, the vision cone that a lot of people hated, you know, we're almost there with what they have now. It almost seems like a rehash of it, just maybe a bit contextually different or visually different, if you will. But I think it's important to note that some of the things right now that were being marketed and sold as improvements in the game are really just options in the game. And I don't know how you can sell an option as a feature, if that makes sense. And for that matter, why, if it's such an option, would you be able to change it? Why would you want to go through, let's say I start a game in simulation, why would I want at halftime to change to arcade? Those are things that don't make sense to me, but those are things that we're going to have available to us. Now, me personally, I love the fact that there's a simulation gameplay mode. I love what that simulation gameplay mode is about. In fact, I might not even might retire for next year. I might retire my introduction, or maybe I'll just change the image on the screen to that simulation gameplay list that they put up yesterday, because it allows me to do what I love to do, which is hold EA accountable to the highest standard. When you're going to give me a list of simulation gameplay aspects, you better make sure with my channel that you meet or exceed every single one of them. Because when you don't, you've opened the floodgates for tons and tons of content. So while I agree with it, I want to know your guys' thoughts on it. Can you have an option in a game be listed as a feature for a game? Appreciate you checking this video out. I'll be back in the week with more commentary. And you know what? One last thing. For those wondering, yes, I chose, in my opinion, the most simulation-based picture I could find out of the Madden 18 trailer, even as a Colts fan. It's J.J. Watt sacking Andrew Luck. Hopefully, we don't see a lot of that this year, or as much as we have in the past. Again, appreciate you guys checking this video out. I'll be back very soon with more commentary.